Turkey or nah? The New York Knicks just hired Mike Brown as their new head coach. Are we sending the New York Knicks decision to hire Mike Brown to Turkey or nah? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let me know. Remember, hit them T's or hit them N's. Send them to Turkey or nah. For me, I'm going to say send them to Turkey. I'm going to say that straight up and down. Me being from Brooklyn, New York, y'all know I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, right? But the NBA is legitimately better when the New York Knicks is a good team, regardless if the Brooklyn Nets is good. We've always been good by that. You know what I'm saying? Since we've been in Brooklyn, we always put on. You know what I'm saying? Outside, the last year or two, and that's mainly because we're rebuilding. So that goes without saying, right? But New York Knicks in particular, like the Knicks team is very close to winning a championship. In my opinion, they have almost all the pieces from a player standpoint, almost. And they need the proper coach to get them over the hump. Mike Brown is a good coach. He's coached at several different places. Several. But he's not the type of coach that's going to take a team without a superstar and want to win a chip. He does not have that history. Now, he doesn't have a young LeBron James on this team, right? But this Knicks team does have all-stars. They have great players. Superstars, no disrespect to Cat. He's an all-star caliber player. Can he be a superstar? Absolutely. Jalen Brunson, all-star caliber point guard, is an all-star, is a great player, is an all-NBA player. He's a superstar point guard, but because he's miniature, and what I mean by miniature, pause, he's a guard that's under 6'3", 6'4". Those type of guards are normally not your best player on a championship winning team. They could be a big piece, but they're normally not your champions. He's normally not the main player. The last time I seen like a miniature guard lead a team as far as championships is Isaiah Thomas. Some people automatically were like, what about Steph Curry? Have y'all stood next to Steph Curry before? He's not miniature, bro. He's not a short guy. Steph is at least about 6'3", at least. He's not a small individual, and he shoot the lights out. Not to mention, his co-pilot for many years, Klay Thompson, is 6'7". And then when they brought in KD, come on. So, like, what are we talking about, right? So, at the end of the day, me personally, I think they should have brought in Mark Jackson. That's just me personally. I think Mark Jackson, again, a former Knicks player that understands the New York culture, that understands what it takes to rebuild the team. He understands basketball. He's the one that told the world that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson was the best shooting backcourt in NBA history before they came who they really became. He's like, yo, in practice, they shooting lights out. So at the end of the day, like, these guys are the best in the world. Like, yeah, whatever. Shout out to Jordan Thompson. Curry is 6'2". 6'2" is not 5'11". You get what I'm saying? That's not miniature. 6'2" is not miniature, bro. You understand what I'm saying? That's not miniature size. Isaiah Thomas, barely 6 foot. Brunson is not 6'2". Brunson is more so 6 foot, maybe 6'1" at best. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's not about the small things, but normally a guy his size, even though he has so much ability, he's in my opinion, he's the best scorer on their team. He's the best player on their team. Normally, those are not the guys that's going to lead you to win the championship. There's always a bigger piece to that. You get what I'm saying? He's not the main focal point. So, again, hiring Mike Brown, the Knicks will look a little different. They just brought in Jordan Clarkson and will help from the on the bench play. But at the end of the day, coaching matters. and the culture of the coach that you bring in matters. Like, think about this. The Knicks brought in Jeff Hornacek. They brought in Derek Fisher. They brought in Thibodeau. These guys were great players or great coaches and still are, right? Or good, right? But none of them understand New York culture like Mark Jackson. None of them. I don't. As good as a player that Jeff Hornacek was, Derek Fisher was in their own right, they don't understand New York culture the way Mark Jackson does. They haven't been around the greatness like Mark Jackson has been around greatness and see the greatness. So if he would have been a part of this Knicks, well, if he would have been the new coach, I would have been all for it, and I think it would have took him to the next level. Me personally. So that's why I'm sending this to Turkey. So me personally, I'm going to head out. Don't forget to appreciate you tapping in, Riley, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Shout out to Pro in the building. How many? What do you say? How many Okay. Hit them hearts, hit them hearts, hit them hearts. Shout out to Thomas Jordan in the building. Keep up the great work, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate you supporting the show. I really mean that. I really do mean that, man. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next one. Send them to Turkey or nah. Send them to Turkey or nah. The government of Peru officially classifies people of trans people. I'm sorry. The government of Peru officially clarifies trans people as mentally ill. What do y'all think about that? Again, the government of Peru officially classifies, I said clarify, classifies trans people as mentally ill. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Are we sending Peru to Turkey or not? Are we sending them to Turkey or not? Let me know what y'all think in the chat.